we may not have much time at all, because according to a whistleblower named Garrett O'Boyle, who has testified before Congress as an FBI whistleblower, he's a former FBI employee, he's really concerned, really concerned about what is going down in this moment in time. You know, he actually spoke with one Benny Johnson. Let's see if I have this for you. I think I do. And he said how concerned he was about whether or not all this information was going to be able to make it out there. Let's listen into this clip.
That there are FBI servers that are sort of standalone, and people inside the FBI have been working night and day to destroy files on these servers. And I was told that once these files are destroyed, the way they are set up, that even Elon Musk could not restore them. So that's happening right now as we speak.
Which means we might have a lot of problems, right? I mean, if we can't trust, and we know we can't trust the deep state, but if we can't trust the people to make sure that they're delivering the goods that, say, Dan Bongino, et cetera, need to be looking at, are we going to be going right back to this old narrative?
Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016. He lost the election, and he was put in office because the Russians interfered.
Trump knows he's an illegitimate president.
The president-elect, although legally elected, is not legitimate.
I don't see the president-elect as a legitimate president.
You said you believe that Russia's interference altered the outcome of the election.
I do. We have a president who, if in fact it is proven, has been assisted by the Russians and may in fact not be a legitimate president.
The one thing that Trump is fearful of when it comes to his being president is that finally we will see how illegitimate his victory actually was.
I have an objection. I object to the 15 votes from the state of North Carolina. I object because people are horrified.
He's an illegitimate president.
Do you believe Trump is a legitimate president?
What I believe is that there's no question that the outcome of this election was affected by the Russian interference.
But there absolutely is a cloud of illegitimacy.
So that legitimacy is in question, yes.
So that was a very tainted election. And in that sense, it's illegitimate.
You see, we're going right back to that. We're seriously going right back to that. And it's unbelievable to me that this many years later, we can be seeing a repeat of all of that. But I'm telling you right now, this whistleblower is onto something. And this is kind of scary, because it is so important that we get the intel we need. And if they're destroying it, we got an issue. Meanwhile, there's a new article in CNN today that basically points out that we can't possibly trust that our own CIA won't go rogue. I can't believe what I'm reading here. Can you? All right, let's look at it together, all right? On the CIA's 7th floor, home to some top leadership, some officers, quote, are also quietly discussing how mass firings and the boycott already offered to staff risk creating a group of disgruntled former employees who might be motivated to take what they know to a foreign intelligence service. Excuse me? So this group of CIA employees that created all kinds of problems by creating all kinds of fiction, they now actually are thinking about jumping ship and working for the enemy? That's who we got working in our CIA? Gee, that makes me feel really good, you guys. Really, really good. We got our best and our brightest. A bunch of traitors, really. That's what they are. Seriously. And that's exactly, by the way, the woman who's running the task force, Anna Paulina Luna out of Florida. She's not happy. She saw this, and I'll share with you her tweet. She writes, "There is a massive war happening in the intelligence agencies right now. The corruption being exposed right now is actual treason." Yeah, let me tell you, if you're out there deleting files, you should go to jail for that, okay? That is government property. That is our property as taxpayers. If you are actually part of the system that's trying to cover up a paper trail, yeah, that's treason. She's right. And don't even get me started on the idiots that are working there that already are oh my gosh, maybe we will go and work. Are you kidding me? Then you don't want them in the CIA. Aren't you guys supposed to have like some kind of test, like Patriot tests for this kind of gig? Come on. But we may have some traitors amongst us. I mean, this is something that I've talked to a lot of people about, because you think about some of the people in Congress who don't seem to respect our traditional allies. The squad, I'm looking at you, okay? And you think about the noise that they have caused, the division that they have caused, and I think some of this starts to add up in some scary ways. I mean, there's Ilhan Omar, who refers to 9/11 as some people that did something, who really doesn't seem to like America or appreciate America in any way, shape, or form for all that America has offered her. And recently was on television with a guy. Did this guy get fired from MSNBC? I think he did. He was one of the guys that was like super pro-Gaza, very anti-Israel. So she goes on, of course, with him on his show. This may have... is this like, does he have another network he went to? some other little thing I don't know about. Anyway, Ilhan Omar going on this thing and talking about stupid Americans and mocking the people that voted for Donald Trump.
These people are just idiots. I really, I'm at the point where it's become really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people, because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans. And the fact that these people are allowed to say just the most ridiculous things tells you that the dumbing of the United States has arrived, because how else do we get a Trump presidency again?
So, they're just stupid. Americans are stupid, and that's why we have the Trump presidency. Now, it might actually be because Americans are kind of sick of people like you, Ilhan Omar, people like AOC, people like Rashida Tlaib, people like Ayanna Pressley, who wants to control the narrative. Literally, wants to abandon the First Amendment. Oh, and they might be kind of getting sick of people like Jasmine Crockett, the representative out of Texas.
Really been the one to call it out. The fact that I'm rooting for Canada and I'm rooting for Mexico a lot is really wild. But they are really the ones that are speaking truth to power right now. They can see what it is, and they were like, we are not messing with this crazy regime from Mar-a-Lago, and basically calling them thugs. That's what it is. But I'm like, y'all knew who he was when y'all elected him. So don't act surprised.
You know what? We're not going to act surprised because we won. And if you would like to move to Canada or Mexico, then, Jasmine, you're welcome to go for it. I would support that move all day long. But I'll tell you, if you cannot trust the leaders that you have in Washington, D.C., meaning these representatives, to be on the side of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, then we got bigger problems than we ever thought about. And so they got to get to the bottom of this. And we got to root out the bad guys. In some ways, I think one of the things that America has always struggled with is jealousy from the rest of the world and jealousy from within. And it's been going on, all the way back to the 20s and 30s. If you saw Oppenheimer, you probably got a taste of that. So it's been going on for a while. And it kind of came to a head in the 50s with McCarthyism. And McCarthy got it all wrong, right? Like, he didn't have the right tactics. He didn't have the right approach. It was all wrong. But he understood what the threat was that there were people on the outside that wanted to take America down. And they still want to take America down, and a lot of them now are on the inside. When you find out the NSA, and we're not even going to get into this story because it's so inappropriate, and I got to actually talk to my friends at YouTube and see if it's okay. When you find out that the NSA, what they were doing during, you just look it up, okay, in their spare time, with their little fetishes that they had going on, we got problems. we got big problems. Isn't that a song from the Music Man? I'll tell you this, Epstein, where are the Epstein files? I'm waiting on the Epstein files. I'm counting on Dan to get to the bottom of this. I'm also counting on Anna Paulina Luna to get to the bottom of this, but I'm also counting on Pam Bondi.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive.
Okay, so where are they? It's on her desk. It's kind of important. You know, she accused the last team of slow walking stuff, I do recall. I think I can play this soundbite for you. She was mad because Biden was moving fast.
I want to know why AG Garland and the Justice Department are so quiet on this tonight. You know, they're out there labeling parents domestic terrorists, yet they're saying nothing about this. And these documents were so slow to come out. Human trafficking is a multi-billion-dollar business in this country, and Jeffrey Epstein is dead, and Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison for 20 years where she belongs. And if people in that report are still fighting to keep their names private, Sean, they have no legal basis to do so unless they're a child, a victim, or a cooperating defendant by some chance against some potential case against Ghislaine Maxwell. And I think Mark Garagos, as a great criminal defense attorney, will back that up as well.
You know, Mark.
Wow. Okay. So back in the day, she was angry that these things weren't coming out. She now says she has them. They're on her desk. And we're like here saying, okay, I think that was like last Thursday or something. So like, can we get them, please? Anna Paulina Luna, okay, so she's running the task force, so this is her job. She's supposed to be bringing this information to the public. And she said, quote on Twitter, "We saw over the weekend you are reviewing all files from JFK to Epstein. We are all anticipating their release. When will they be declassified and available to the public?" When? Right? Because how do we know? It's just files are on her desk. How do we know that they're not like in the desktop computer? How do we know that they're not getting tampered with? Yeah. Like the FBI whistleblower who went on my friend Benny's show this morning said he fears they're being tampered with. He said he has intel that says they're going around and they're trying to wipe these files clean.
That there are FBI servers that are sort of standalone. And people inside the FBI have been working night and day to destroy files on these servers. And I was told that once these files are destroyed, the way they are set up, that even Elon Musk could not restore them. So that's happening right now as we speak.
Yikes. Right? Yikes. Balance of nature. My voice is coming back, right? I mean, it's not 100%, right? But I've been taking my balance of nature. Thank you very much. Fruits and veggies every single day. All my vitamins. There you go. Every morning. I actually doubled up because I got sick last week. I will tell you, you know, I got sick. I was still here with you every day, including on Sunday. Can't say the same for the ladies on The View. I think Whoopi Goldberg had to take like the whole week off because she was sick. Anyway, I'm committed. You know it. This is one of our great sponsors. They help bring us the show for you for free every day. So we love to support them. I really like their stuff, legitimately love their stuff. I take the fruits and veggies every day, and you can get 35% off with code word Trish, TRISH. Just go to their website. You can go to balanceofnature.com, type in my name, code word Trish, and you can get this as well. 35% off as well as free shipping. Okay, so free shipping. And guess what? There's a money back guarantee as well. So win, win, win. We'll put the phone number in the show notes as well so that you can see. But go to balanceofnature.com, code word Trish today.